Carwin looked about his bedroom for the thing that had made the laughing sound. He had been tossing and turning in his bed, trying to get to sleep, and as soon as he had managed to drift away, something in his room had laughed. Admittedly, Carwin wasn't of the soundest mind right now. He had been listening to scary stories on the internet all night, particularly the ones that involved Slender Man and Jeff the Killer. Some idiot friend of his had been posting them on the class's Facebook group while they were supposed to be studying for the big history test the next day. Carwin laid his head on his pillow and tried to go to sleep. Then the Jeff the Killer video flashed into his head. He could hear the voice saying, "Go to sleep," in his head, and the terrifying face that leered with a wide grin and sunken eyes seemed to appear at the side of his desk. Carwin cursed under his breath and immediately regretted making a noise. He started sweating. He just wanted to sleep. He was so tired. Maybe if he revised the history test in his head. If he fell asleep during history class all the time, it might help him get to sleep now. Germany was mostly responsible for World War I, but all the other countries were to blame as well. That's what he'd claim in the test tomorrow, at least. Now, what were the 5 things he had to refer to? Imperialism, nationalism, the arms race, the alliance system, and, what was the 5th thing? Oh, war guilt! He cried in relief as he finally remembered. He realized that anyone could have heard that, and he clamped his hand over his mouth. He scanned his eyes over the desk in the corner of his room. The mirage of Jeff wasn't there anymore. It must have been in his head. Carwin went back to revising history. It seemed to actually be helping him to fall asleep. Okay, so war guilt, he said to himself. But what was war guilt? How did it fit into his claim? War guilt was, the Treaty of Versailles and stuff. But that happened post-World War I. So how was that right? Bloody hell, it was about the Germans paying for stuff, like, because they caused some other war. What was the other war? I remember something about Africa.
The Colonial Wars,
rasped a voice, hidden in the darkness. Carwin froze. That voice wasn't just in his head. His ears were still reeling from the shock of hearing it. Carwin was frozen, and he kept his eyes fixated on the ceiling. He was too terrified to look.
"Hello. Carwin, is it?"
said the raspy voice.
"Trying to get to sleep, are we? Try counting sheep. That always works for me."
"Who is it?" whimpered Carwin.
"You don't know me. I'm insulted. You were looking up horror stories all night, weren't you? Didn't you read the one about me? Well, I suppose I should introduce myself. My name is Mr. Monster. Please, I do insist that you include the Mr. in my title when you address me."
"Please go away. You're not real. You're in my head." By this point, Carwin's throat had tightened up, and his voice was as raspy as the thing in his bedroom.
"No,"
said the voice, patronizingly.
"No, I'm real. I'm as real as you, or that chair, or your parents next door."
"Why are you here?" choked Carwin.
"Why are we all here? Are we the result of some cosmic coincidence? Or is there really a God watching over everything we do?"
That's from a YouTube video. You're in my head. Now I know it for sure.
Once again, you were wrong. Just because I'm a monster doesn't mean I don't have a personality with a sense of humor. Now, go to sleep.
The monster spoke with the voice of Jeff the Killer from the internet video. Carwin screamed a little. The monster laughed.
I do love tapping into the fears of children and adolescents.
Carwin kept his head faced towards the ceiling as he reached to his phone. He hoped that Mr. Monster would not notice. Carwin hid the phone under the bedsheets and pressed the emergency call button. It automatically dialed to the police station. The monster did not make a sound.
This is the police. What is the situation?
The telephone seemed to boom out the words. Mr. Monster had heard that for sure. Carwin quickly tried disconnecting the call, but the police still kept talking.
Hello? Hello?
Carwin's thumb mashed the end call button, but to no avail.
If this is a prank call, I swear to God we'll do something. Screw you, kids.
Carwin finally ended the call. There was a tense pause.
Well,
Croaked the monster.
that went well.
I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me.
What do you have to be sorry about? I'm a monster. I'm going to kill you. Painfully. You had the perfect reason to call the police. However, I am still going to hurt you. You may have worked that out from the last thing I said. You know, the bit about killing you painfully.
Why do you want to kill me?
Why do you want to live?
I like life. That's why I want to live.
Well, I like killing people. That's why I want to kill people.
But why do you enjoy killing?
Because I enjoy it. I really fail to see how you cannot understand my point. My logic is impeccable.
When are you going to kill me then?
Whenever I feel like it.
It's a very vague answer.
You don't seem too frightened of me now.
I suppose it's because we're having a civilized conversation.
I suppose. You know, I like you. I think I'll leave you be.
Really?
Yes, I'll let you live. It's no fun if you're not scared. Enjoy the rest of your life, Carwin.
With that, the sound of footsteps could be heard leaving the room. Carwin grinned. He couldn't believe it. He was alive. He talked to a real monster, and he was alive. He was still looking at the ceiling. It was as if it had never happened. Probably never had happened. He was very likely dreaming and would wake up in a few hours to go to school and do the history test. Life was sweet. A chuckling noise roused him from his thoughts. He turned his head to look for the noise and stared into two yellow eyes.